How y'all doing? How are you guys doing today? It's your girl Sheree. I'm gonna make sure my levels is all the way up. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me good? I don't know if you can. Let me know. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, the sound doesn't sound too bad right here. Doesn't sound too bad at all. Okay. But y'all let me know if everything sounds good. If everything sounds wonderful. All right. So hi. Y'all see the title of the video and everything. I wanted to come in here and let's get started. First things first, when you come in here, please like the video. Also, just in case you haven't, subscribe to the channel. And then after you do that, if you really like what you see, hit that notification bell. That's first things first. I wanted to come in and talk today about where my heart is. That's what the title is, right? And also, you guys are going to be able to call in a little later so we can figure out where you guys' heart is. Yeah. The reason why I'm doing something like this is because I think a lot of times we think we know why people do what they do. We don't. And it's also an opportunity for you guys to figure out why I do what I do. You know, why I'm here as charaebarnes, why the title in my name is Chicago. Obviously, it must be because I'm from Chicago. However, there's always also another underlying reason. Let's do it like this. Kind of want the camera just a little bit up again. Let's do it a little different. Okay. Just a little different. Okay, I think I could do it like this. Yeah. Okay. So, as a Chicagoan, born and raised in Chicago, of course, there are things that, as non-Chicagoans, you think you guys may not know. So, let me go ahead and say hello to my peeps. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships. What's up, M3? How are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. How are you? Very supportive of the channel, very supportive of what I do. I'm supportive of what he does. You guys go subscribe. They have different flows over there. Pretty good energy over there. So if you like what I'm doing, I can pretty much guarantee you probably like everything over there, knowledge and relationships. Yeah, why do I do what I do? Well, I'm born and raised in Chicago, of course, like I said, right? And like any other major city, like any other major city, you have crime, you have this, you have that, you have whatever. Even with all of that, I still love my city. I still love Chicago. I love Chicago dearly to the point that I put my city's name in it. And why did I do that? Because it's something special about Chicago. I really do believe that. It's some major cities that have a particular way of making America what it is. And I think because major cities, the population and how things are ran is the reason why it is what it is, right? I was just watching the Wu-Tang Clan series, the TV show, and just like New York, right? New York has a special thing when it comes to the music that they brought us. They brought us hip hop. When it comes to Chicago, when it comes to music, we brought blues. We birthed blues, right? I wouldn't say birth, but you know, we made it what it is, right? So I think that with Chicago, I remember when Donald Trump came to Chicago, he had his pep rally here, right? And we shut it down. He wasn't even allowed to come to Chicago and have his pep rally because we ran him off. We don't. Someone could possibly correct me, but I believe we were the only city that did that too. I don't think anybody else did that. That's what we did, Chicagoans. We did that. And it's a lot of other things that, shout out to Six Figure Dilla. I did a video on him, so you guys go check out that video of Six Figure Dilla, where he talks about the history of Chicago and the things that we have brought to America. Why things exist, certain things exist that everybody else gets to benefit because of Chicago. Now, of course, I'm going to brag about my city like that because I love it like anything else. And of course, like anything else, when it's good, there is some bad. We are one of the most segregated cities. So a lot of times, though, when we get to become as one, it's downtown area where a lot of us get the opportunity to become as one. And there's other certain areas where you get to see somewhat of a mixture. And if you're from Chicago, then you know what those areas are. And however, still, you go to certain areas in Chicago, as big as it is, it's either predominantly Black, predominantly Hispanic, predominantly white. You know, we and everyone here, we know what those areas are. We got a Polish town, we have a Greek town. So this city, we have a Chinatown. With this city, just like I said, all these particular towns and cities I'm mentioning, you go to those areas, predominantly, those people are there. People plant who they are, where they're from, and they make a statement for themselves. I think that's part of the reason why blues was able to do what they did. Because a lot of the blues artists came from the South, trying to escape the South, came up north, came to Chicago, and was able to make blues a statement. Okay? I.e. Muddy Waters. Just one of the artists that came from the South and planted his seeds in Chicago. So, with my city being what it is, and it being able to do what it did and what it's doing, what we are always doing or creating, I have to love it because with all its flaws and all, Chicago kind of we kind of, we get to pop our collars a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, because of who we are and what we represent and what we do. So my heart is here in Chicago, and that's part of the reason why this channel was called charaebarnes and why I highlight things in Chicago, the beautiful side of Chicago, the things that we create, the things that we do, and the people who are here just doing it. Now, I know this particular channel predominantly, if you notice, because of who I am, it's just only because of who I am. We predominantly highlight people that are Black Americans, right? But that's because I'm Black American. I will highlight other people too. I will. I'm going to still stick to probably being predominantly Black. You want to know why? Because this Chirac conversation that people bring up and talk about and all the negative things, they stem it from the Black and Hispanic community. It's not necessarily other races that cause people to look at Chicago a different way. So I, myself, acknowledging what's going on and seeing how Chicago has been painted the way that it has, I need the people that do live in a way that Chicago is not painting us to highlight it. I love people. My heart is with community. That's what my heart is. What drives me is the opportunity to create something for children that I don't even have. But I think about, if you're familiar with me, then you know that I plan to get married one day. And if I get married one day, that means I'm hoping to have children. That means I'm worried about my children today before they even get the opportunity to be here. So with me doing that, I have to focus on how I can make this place better. And I think I saw a particular person mention that. They mentioned the fact that when you have children, you have a family, you just look at things differently. You have children to worry about. So your ideas are different. When you have to worry about yourself, it's easy to be selfish. Absolutely easy to be selfish. Hey, Big Bad Bull, always sending me love. I appreciate that. Every time I'm in the chat somewhere and we in the same YouTube channel, he gives me love. He shouts me out. He is very supportive, and he's a smart brother. I've heard this man speak before, and I've read some of the comments he leaves in some people's channels. That man is smart. Shout out to you, Big Bad Bull. Shout out to you. And he shows love to other channels. Knowledge and Relationships is still here. We're supportive. You know, I talk about community all the time, right? And with that, I understood that in YouTube, there's a level of creating community as well, which is why when I communicate with other YouTube channels, I communicate with them a lot of times when it comes to relationships. Because if you understand my channel, then you understand we dibble and dabble and communicate about relationships. And why do we communicate about relationships is because families create community. That's the first community before anybody gets to get introduced to any other community. And those are the kind of things that I'm constantly saying because those are the things that are important to me. So when I have a conversation with another YouTubers, because they may talk about relationships, that's not to say that other YouTube channels will not get the opportunity to, I may not work with or talk to. It's just when it comes to other topics, I'm going to keep other topics specifically Chicago because I'm highlighting Chicagoans. Relationships is universal. I don't care where you're from, right? But if we're talking politics, we know from state to state there's different laws. If we're talking how to make money, sometimes certain laws don't allow you to do certain things. Now, we may branch off a little bit on that. And this is just also me giving you guys the opportunity to understand why I'm doing this channel and why this channel lives here. You guys are getting to see my heart, where my heart is, right? Where my heart is. So when I talk about other things and people that are doing things in Chicago, it's because my heart is here in Chicago. I love this city. And I do things trying to highlight and make better what's going on in Chicago. And when we talk about relationships, shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. We're going to talk about it in a way where we could try to understand each other when it comes to relationships, men and women, and how we could do things to bring forth more dynamic relationships, dynamic, strong structure, family structures. I think that is universal in any Black community. There's not a lot. So that is something that I think all of us can benefit from. Now, like I said, when it comes to politics, that's different. The same politics that Chicago has to deal with, Ohio doesn't have to deal with. What Chicago has to deal with, Atlanta does not have to deal with. Shout out to TLA. So I think that if we do have conversations and talk about and highlight people who are doing the work to make any city or neighborhood better and focus on that, then we can try to highlight the positives and bring that more to light. Now, of course, negatives exist. Like I said, there's absolutely no way to have a specific thing and it have a positive and no negative. It's impossible, right? So what we do is We take the negative and allow people who want to communicate about the negatives, let them express the negative and allow it to work out. Now, if there's a time where I feel that I can contribute to a conversation where we can possibly come to a common ground, I will work on that. I will work with that, because working in solutions and making things better. One of the things about making things better is you have to go through the fire. You have to go through the fire. You have to. The only way out is the way through. And right now, we're in a situation where we got to get through a lot. Shout out to Sherelle. That's one of the sis that go in the comment sections to do their thing. I love that sis. She comes over here and show a little love to me. So you guys show love to the sis whenever she's in different platforms, okay? And I wanted to say that coming to a common ground or coming to a solution or conclusion helps move things forward. Period. And that's what we need. We need that. So, what drives me is making a better community and making things better for Chicago, because that's where I am. And anybody who could contribute to how to make Chicago better, I'm here to listen. And how we can highlight people who are doing it, I'm here to listen. Now, I'm going to drop this link because I got a question for you guys. Let me make sure I put it in here. I have a question for you guys. What drives you to do what you do? You heard me? My city drives me, and my family drives me. Okay? So, for that reason, I'm going to keep doing what I do. My foundation is my family. I have a pretty strong family structure myself, right? I have people I can call on if something goes wrong. I have that. So since I have a foundation, what helps me keep going is the fact that I believe a lot of us can try to create more families and make better communities. So that's what drives me. What drives you? About to go ahead and drop this link. Anybody come in and you let me know. Okay? Guys, let me know. Trying to see if there's a way that I can do it here. I may have to. I think I did. Let me know what drives you guys. What potentially makes, let's see. Go ahead. Let me make sure. There we go. It's pinned. So if you guys want to come in and share what drives you guys, what keeps you guys going, what shout out your business. What if you have a business that's helping people, promoting people, making people better, giving people opportunities, whatever you are doing to contribute to your city, your state, your town, your family, how are you doing it? What is driving you to do it? What is it? Why do you do what you do? Why? I really want to know, because I can't be the only one here who has a reason and understands their purpose I understand it where I feel so firm in it, right? Because I've seen myself do certain things naturally. And I said, we got to put this, you got to put this somewhere. And anytime that you plant a seed and you water it, you got to watch it grow. So I'm like, what am I helping grow? Right? How am I contributing to the conversation? How am I contributing to people around me? How can I make my surroundings better? And how can I allow my surroundings, people who like to benefit from whatever I have to offer, better? See, I grew up, right, in a two-parent home. I'm going to let you guys know a little something. Not two-parent home. I'm sorry, I'm tweaking. One-parent home. What? That's a wish. That's one I want to give more people. I grew up in a one-parent home with my mom, right? That was funny. Maybe I could speak that existence for my next life, right? For all the spiritual people who believe in reincarnation. What I understand, right? I live in a one-parent home, right? With my mom. And one of the things that I understand is a lot of times certain people do not get the opportunity to, even in a one-parent home, receive a certain level of understanding. I have to realize that sometimes, because the fact that my mother had a village, her being a single parent was tough, and she had tough times. She had to sacrifice just like any other parent, and she had to do things to make things better, right? And to give an opportunity to her children despite the fact that, Papa wasn't there. So with that, she had a strong family. She had siblings, a mother. My grandfather was there until his passing, right? Her father was there until his passing. He passed when we were young. But while he was there, he was there. While he was here, he was there. And she did the best she could. Honestly, that's what any child can ask for. Any child can ask for what for their mother or parent to do the best that they can. Because when you get older, you start to understand people make mistakes. You think you know everything at a certain age, right? Then you get older and you start to understand people make mistakes. And you start to look at your parents and you be like, honestly, you look at them and you be like, you know what? You tried the best you could. And you just, whatever the hell you didn't like that they did, you let it go. You let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter, because the best that someone has to offer is, like I said, is all you can ask for. Period. So I realized that a lot of people that come from single parent homes, their mother really had to do it alone. All the way alone. My mother didn't necessarily have to do it all the way alone. She had some help when she was able to receive it. My mom's a little stubborn. She didn't, she raised us alone. Yeah, she did that. But if she need help, she has family. And how many people can say that? How many people can honestly say, if I call my mama and she, for some whatever reason, can't help me, I could call somebody else. Who can say that? Not too many people get to say that. I started to notice that there's a lot of families that have just these situations Would they have no one to call? I learned that a long time ago while I was in high school. I was like, yo, some people really they don't have what I have. They don't have what my mom had. Or still has, rather. Not just has. They don't have it. What am I to do? What is anybody to do, really? When we think about children, and when I think about children, to me it takes a village, right? It takes a village to raise a child. And when the village is trying to raise a child, the child gets to see some of everything. What mama does, what daddy does, what they do together, what auntie does, what cousin does, what with my homie and my friends does. We get to learn from everybody. That's what a child that's raised with a village gets to see. They get to see some of everything and understand some of everything. And it's impossible. It's honestly impossible to learn everything you need to learn from just your parents. It's impossible. They can only teach you what they know. That's it. And since no one knows everything, even if they teach you everything, there's things that's going to be left out. That's why it takes a village to raise a child. Of course. I mean, come on, let's be real. These phrases mean something for a reason. A lot of some of these cliches exist for a reason. So if it takes a village to raise a child, that means the community is absolutely important. Absolutely important. That's what a village is, a community. So I'm focused on that. That's what my heart is. That's what I love. That's what drives me. And the fact that I know I'm not alone is the reason why charaebarnes channel exists. I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people that's trying to do certain things. There's people that do things and don't express it on a public platform. They just out there doing it. Period. Some people display it just so they can receive help to keep doing it. Shout out to Inglewood Barbie. Did a video on her as well. I think you guys should check it out. She feeds the homeless. If she does it, you can tell. Oh, you can tell. Her love for her friends, because that's what she calls them. She calls them the friends. Her love for the friends is real. That's real. She's out there she's out there every night making sure that they are eating. And when she does it for them. She has to check them sometimes. I follow her on IG. And people like that is what I'm talking about. That do things and say things that are so important. As we all know, no one cares about the people who live on the streets. We walk right over them. So to do something, to pay attention and highlight something that is important to me. I dropped the link in there in case anybody wants to call in and ask, not ask, but share why they do what they do. What drives them? What drives you to do what you do? The community and the possibility of making it better drives me. The fact that I have a family that is there for me, drives me. It's my foundation. I grew up with understanding that family is important. And even when you're going through what you're going through, family is the ones that teach you like through thick and thin. That's how you learn through thick and thin. So if you don't have a strong family and you can't even depend on your family, how do you really learn through thick and thin? How do you really learn that dynamic? It's difficult. I think we forget that there's some people who do not have families. They don't. They have to do it all by themselves. There's orphans out there. There's people that come from dysfunctional families. There's children of people where family members maybe have kicked them out. So now, because family members kicked them out, when the kid gets here, the kid just got the parent. Some people don't know. Appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. You know, I think that when you get so comfortable in your space, your atmosphere, your routine, your things to do, when you get there and you start wondering, Chicago, need you to cam up. We got some things that are happening in the YouTube space, sir. Chicago kid, I love the fact that you called in. Look like we have a new caller right there. I'll bring you through. Let me see. I need a camera. I need something because it got real in these streets, in these Chicago, in these YouTube streets. Shout out to all the YouTube people. It got real, okay? Shout out to LaPeep. What? That was interesting. Woo! They got their channel back, so it's funny now. But yeah. So it's one thing, right? It's one thing to like, and I like your name too, Chicago kid. It's one thing to have people, right? To have people and then not have people. You're trying to grow up and do things and you just can't, oh, they dropped. I guess they couldn't. I'm sorry. It's just, listen, certain things are going to have to exist in this YouTube space. I would much rather practice even as a small channel to take care of certain things on the back end so that I can continue doing what I'm doing. Now, like I said, I like your name. I appreciate you chiming in and I appreciate you calling. I do. I just really, really need to make sure that I stand on certain things as a small YouTube channel, right? And we have to keep certain practices. And the fact that you're from Chicago, so you making me, should I bring you up anyway? If you're still here, Chicago kid, just for the sake, I promise you though, if I see 1 second where it looks iffy, I'm kicking you out. But because I'm from Chicago and I like your name, come back up. If you really don't want to cam up, come back up and I'm going to bring you up just this one time. Okay? Please. Lord. You don't know. Somebody got their channel taken away from them. It got terminated because of people calling in and putting some things on their camera. And because of that, a lot of us YouTubers are paying attention to that, right? And making sure that our channels get to stay up. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm not monetized yet. And I would like to keep certain practices before things happen. Right? So if you're still here and you would like to call in, call in. Um, just for future references, right? I have a nice family, but I didn't grow up with family values. It does affect the way how I build with others. Exactly. Shout out to him though. He's married. Shout out to M3 from Knowledge and Relationships. Um, I wish you could have called up so you could just express like how you still were able to, because I think that's part of the reason why I'm asking what drives you, right? Because obviously whatever drives you is the reason why you do what you do, and you have a relationship based off knowledge and relationships, right? Spilling information and talking about relationships. So I really would like to know, how did, if you feel that you have a nice family but didn't grow up with family values, that's interesting. I'd like to hear about that. So having strong family values are important to experience. Yes, absolutely. It's so good. E Black, you're here. You're here. I'm glad you're here. I heard what E Black said. Just in case you didn't know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Well, I really want to know what drives you. I do. Let's see. Oh, man, I definitely like to have more people from Chicago call up here. That's why I almost brought you up. I really did. I really did. Cause the thing is, and you don't understand what's going on in Chicago, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, on the YouTube streets. I'm sorry. What's going on in YouTube streets? So it's okay. It's okay. But at least I'm letting you know. For future references, I'm letting you know. Camming up is one of those things in the YouTube area. If we don't already know who you are, this is your first time calling into the channel. You're a new caller. That's another part of the reason why I probably would have called you in, brought you up. But I just got here, in the YouTube space. So, well, family is important. Back to the regular programming. Family is important. And I really, really like the fact that there are a lot of people out here trying to do great things, wanted to do great things, and I'm here for it. What drives you to do that? What drives you to do those great things? What drives you to create an opportunity for yourself and others? What gets you up in the morning to say, you know what, today is going to be a day that I get the chance to do whatever that thing is, right? One of those good things that you are doing in the world. You know? Chicago's a beautiful place. And as a Chicagoan, born and raised, I love my city and I do what I can to try to make it better. I was just on the phone with one of my peoples, and we was talking about going to go help Miss Lady that I mentioned earlier. I'm just not going to say it necessarily right now because we haven't been over there. I believe there's so much more than I could do. Oh my God. There's so much more than I can do. And that I plan to do. Like literally in the plan to do. And some of those things I may highlight here. At the moment, I'm highlighting what other people are doing. So I'm 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 bringing light. I'm working to bring light to people who can do something for the city, right? And like I said, Chicago kid, if you're still in the comments, if you're still watching the channel, call back in. I'll let you up. But there's so much. There's so much that I want to do in the city that and the funny thing about Chicago, though, I'm gonna let you guys know. If you're not from Chicago, somebody asked. I told Loverboy Linsky, right? I told Loverboy Linsky, like, he was talking about having a deep fried pizza. I said, "Do you mean a pizza puff?" That's the only deep fried pizza I know. Here goes somebody from Chicago. Maybe it's another deep fried pizza that I don't know about. He said, "Growing up in Inglewood, I remember having community on my block." That's what's up. You know what's so well? You know what's interesting when people be having block parties. A lot of times they're closer to like the south side and closer to the west side. Like when I go to the west side in the summertime, they outside. they whole block is lit. It's lit. Inglewood is a south side area. Anybody want to call up can call up. I got the link pinned. So it's crazy because I grew up on the southeast side. And if you're from the southeast side, right, then you know that it's a jungle. And that's not to say other areas are not necessarily jungles. You go into certain areas on the west side, it's crazy. You go to certain areas over there on the south side, it's crazy, right? Southeast side, it used to be a community, but I'm gonna be real. I think a lot of sometimes what happened in the Chicago area that prevented it from where I particularly grew up. I grew up in the South Shore neighborhood. You grew up in Inglewood. Now, Inglewood was a certain area where, you know, there was little pockets of cool neighborhoods. So that's probably why you was able to have some sense of community. But on my block and where I grew up in the South Shore neighborhood, there was some form of community. And I think it happened. I think a lot of things change in like it started to change in the 90s when they knocked the projects down, right? They was knocking certain projects down in the early 90s. I think they knocked the first one down in 92 or something like that. When they started knocking some of the projects down in the 90s, what happened was since people in the project areas came to the hood, to other areas that are not the projects in black neighborhoods. And what they did, it just created a different dynamic because growing up in the projects is different than growing up in a different hood area. They're just different. Neighborhoods watching out for each other. 90% of black homeowners and black fathers were very active in my kid life. How old are you? I'm sorry. How old are you? Because I'm telling you, as someone who was born 1990, we kicked it outside. We hung out, right? We hung out outside. And I grew up on 79th Street. You the same age I am. I'm 31. Look, Inglewood, I realized was a little different. I grew up in the South Shore neighborhood. I would actually like for you to call up if you don't mind. Please call up. Because I really, really, really want to have this conversation because as someone who grew up in the South Shore neighborhood, there were certain things that I just wasn't privy to at a certain age. Now, I agree with you. There were definitely like a sense of community at a certain point in my neighborhood. But at a certain age, it switched. It changed. I think by the time I turned, I want to say right around 10 to 12, we weren't allowed to go outside anymore, yo. Like, it was different. Things just changed. Some of those kids, it just changed. And I think also because I started to see, like, that's when you start to see certain things on the playground be different. No, so that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to okay. All right, if you probably can't talk cuz you're in the office. So you don't have to have the camera on. I did change that for if you're a Chicago kid, I said you could come back up. But yeah, so I just really just it was different when I hit a certain age. And because you and I are the same age and you grew up in one neighborhood, and I also noticed on the, like I said, on the south side, it was still a little different because I would go to the south side and I noticed a certain level of community going on that I didn't experience. I don't know if it was because I was on the southeast side, it was different. Like I didn't get the opportunity to go to a homie's house all the freaking time. Now like I said, when I hit around those teenage years, it was a little different. Luckily, we did a little something. Some of us, it was so funny because I literally was watching my mom have a conversation with another mother, our next door neighbor, and they were talking about the neighborhood and how it was different and how they wanted to make sure that they try to bring a sense of community with us as kids. There's some kids that's around my age, my brother's in them age, and my sister and brother's age, and um, we knew each other, and we had some type of conversations, and we got to kick it and stay the night over each other's houses because our parents wanted to make sure that something existed because they understood around us there was no community. There was a lot of craziness going on. Yeah. Well, and that's probably what it is. See, I grew up in, like I said, I grew up in South Shore. South Shore? We still in the news today. South Shore? Yeah, Woodlawn. Yeah. 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 You're right. That's South Side. I'm talking about Southeast. Now, Hyde Park is Southeast. Kenwood is Southeast. Um, but those were decent. You know what's so funny? My mother tried to move to Kenwood. We was actually going to move to Kenwood because you're right. Kenwood and Hyde Park are nice in neighborhoods. Still has a sense of community. You're absolutely right. What happened? My mother was going to move. We were going to move from the South Shore neighborhood and move to the Kenwood neighborhood. And this is when I got the opportunity to get like a glimpse of what was going on in Chicago when it came to the gentrification. Right. My mother went to my mother tried to move it to Kenwood neighborhood. When we tried to move there, my and this is for everybody, you guys are getting a little history about Chicago. When my mother tried to move to Kenwood, because two Chicagoans are talking. When my mother tried to move to Kenwood, the company that she went through to get the property did some bogus stuff, and we just didn't move there. They did some bogus stuff. So we didn't move. So she tried to move so that we can have a better opportunity and a better sense of community because my little brothers and them were still young, they were still in school. I was grown. I was of a grown age, right? And so that's different. That was different. So I wasn't gonna get the same stuff. I wasn't gonna get the same opportunity that my younger siblings. I'm the oldest. I wasn't gonna get the same opportunity my younger siblings was gonna get. Mm-mm. Yeah, Woodline, like you said, Woodline. Yep. And yeah, there's certain pockets, like you said, high park and everything. But if you so once you get to the 70s and the 60s, it's different. Like the late 60 areas and to the 70s, it's different. You're right. Once you get to like Hyde Park, Kenwood, like you said, Bronxville, they Bronzeville is actually growing now. Bronzeville is growing right now. Okay. Hey, shout out to you, Mr. Best in the World. What we are talking about right now, I'll put it back up. Since you back in the channel, back up here. What we're talking about right now is what drives you to do what you do. What drives you to do what you do? So, if you want to chime in and let us know a little bit something, let us know. Inglewood was tough. It's just my specific blog was community driven. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what it was. It's crazy. Like, you really had to choose certain pockets. That lets you know how segregated it is in Chicago. It lets you know how segregated it is in Chicago. Like I said, once you get to the certain 60s, and the Chicago was built like a grid for all the people that's not from Chicago. So the higher the numbers I'm talking, the more south. The lower, we're talking more north. Now, the north side, I'm not familiar how those numbers go. Not familiar. Not sure. Because once you get to the downtown area and you get to the loop, once you get in the loop, that's the starting point of going east, west, whatever direction, right? And that's how it works in Chicago for all the people who do not know. But once you get to the loop, that's your start of, 0, and then you make your directions around. Now, where I grew up, different. Okay? Outside was not fun when I had a certain age. Okay? It's to be the best. I know that's right. Rogers Park is still tough on the north side. Okay. The north side has better, to my knowledge, better neighborhoods than other areas. Like the north side, of course, they have their pockets of areas where, like you said, Rogers Park, where it's not necessarily just like certain other areas on the south and the west, but on the north side, it's fairly better, and you pay for it. Okay, you pay for it. You want this better living? You're going to pay for it. Okay. Just like Hyde Park, you're gonna pay for it. Kenwood, you're gonna pay for it. It's gonna cost you. You want to live in the raggedy neighborhoods? Ain't gonna cost you that much. I'm just telling you. What time of the year is best to visit? I can't do the code. Come on. You know I'm gonna say summertime shot. Come on. Will Smith made a song about it. Did you guys know? See, this is why I tell you guys, Chicago is absolutely amazing. I say this for a reason. Trust me, I say it for a reason. I do. Did you know that Summertime Chicago is what inspired Summertime? Will Smith's song? The song everybody loves and like to play in Chicago. I know in Chicago, we bang that song. Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I hear the song, and it makes me think of Summertime Chicago. It gives me that Summertime Chicago vibe. I'm like, this is some Chicago stuff, right? Boy, you got from Chicago, I be rocking, I be gone. So to hear that Chicago inspired the song Summertime by Will Smith makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. Because in Chicago, in the summertime, it's lit. I am not sharing that comment, A Black. You just said a name that is prohibited from my channel. It's prohibited. So if you didn't watch this live, you just missed the name. But you can imagine. That's all I got to say. But the summertime Chicago, What? What? Summertime Chicago is absolutely amazing. You come here in Chicago and you go to a car show. I see you, Queen. I'm about to bring you up. You about to feel this energy, this vibe. Summertime Chicago is like it's like nothing else because when it's cold outside, we not outside. A matter of fact, today the wind chill is, I think, at zero or below zero. The wind chill. That's what makes Chicago so cold. It's called the Windy City for a reason. What makes us cold is not even necessarily the temperature. It's when the temperature hits and then the wind blows. That's what makes Chicago cold. Hey, black man. Hey, when do you go live again? Because I want to join one of your lives. I have not forgotten. You asked me to come join one day. I think you should hit me up so we can talk about it because I got a couple interviews that I'm trying to put together. So if me and you can have a conversation at any time that you would like me to join your live, you guys go follow this smart man right here. This smart man right here. Black Man Unfiltered. Go follow him. Okay? So if any of you guys get the opportunity, if you get the opportunity, just hit me up. Let's talk. Follow me on IG. It's the same thing as charaebarnes. My name is the same. charaebarnes Facebook, charaebarnes IG, charaebarnes Twitter, charaebarnes YouTube. I keep it that simple. So it's like just don't, it's across the board. I'm not really on Twitter, but I'm just promoting it just in case people are. Okay? So shout out to you. But yeah, sometimes Chicago is absolutely amazing. So remember, we're talking about what drives you to do what you do. What is it? What makes you do what you do? Why you do what you do? What wakes you up in the morning? And let me go ahead and get my Miss Lovely up here. I love this woman. When I say I love this woman because I get the opportunity to contact her and have conversations outside of YouTube. And I get to see how she really thinks, what she really thinks, and of that sort. So I kind of get a glimpse of what drives her, but I would like for her to say it and for you guys to hear it and hear two women who love their city. That's one thing I do know about Queen, okay? Who love their city to talk about what drives them, okay? So you guys go ahead and give a warm welcome to one of my favorite people in the YouTube space, okay? Miss Queen.
What's up?
How you doing, Miss Lady?
It's Queen Forever 2K now.
Oh, okay.
New name drop.
You had to do the name switch real quick just because it's changed. It's changed. Let me see that.
I
Let me
kind
see
of
that new
figured
name.
I didn't want to put 22 because I didn't want to hold myself to that number. So I just think 2K is
What?
is
Nice.
boundless. It's boundless. 2K. 2K,
Okay.
that's all I need.
All right, that's not too bad. But what's wrong with it? See, it would have been Queen Forever 22. What's wrong
Yes.
with 22?
No, I just like 2K. I
Okay.
like Queen Forever 2K.
All right.
Cause it's
I ain't
like don't
mad
you like like the end is you know me. That's it.
at it. That's what's up. I like that. I like
How
that.
you
Every
doing?
Tuesday. I got you, Black Man, Unfiltered. Every Tuesday at 8:30 CST. Oh, okay. We in the same time zone. Okay, cool. I got you at 8:30 next Tuesday. Hopefully. If this interview that I gotta do, that I'm planning to do does not fall through, I'm gonna try to see if I can get it on a Tuesday. So next Tuesday I may not. We'll see. Possibly. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you on a Tuesday for sure. I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm all right. Happy New Year.
Happy
All
New
that
Year's
good
to
stuff.
you.
All that good stuff. Another day,
Yeah,
another dollar.
I
You
know
know,
that's right.
hey, it's
Yeah,
all the same. This thing that's going out is getting worse.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just trying to stay safe in these streets.
Okay. You worried about the YouTube streets. Forget the YouTube streets. These
No,
real
I ain't
streets
worried.
is
I mean, she
listen.
these YouTube streets is it's crazy. I don't understand. I don't. It's
Yeah,
it's a
that's it's
it's a
different.
lane for everybody. You don't
Right.
have to be. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to attack people. You don't like what they say. Be an adult and just keep it pushing. You don't have to mess with them. You don't have to. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but to each his own. That's you know.
Yeah.
I
I
I,
get it.
I wash my hands of it and I keep it pushing. That's not how I get down. I'm just trying to live. That's it.
That's it.
And make an impact. That's it. That's all I want to
That's
do.
it. So since speaking of that, what is it that drives you, Miss
Um,
Queen 2K? Ooh, I kind of like that. I get what you're saying.
yeah, I
I
don't
kind
need
of
a
like that.
22. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it ends on a nice note.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
um, I think just watching my mom's love for people
Uh-huh.
and her heart, even though she had a lot on her plate, like with 6 kids and you know, um, 2 miscarriages. It would have been 8 of us. Um, she still had a lot of room for other people and their kids. Like, so I think what drives me is making an impact. Like, I don't have to be rich. I don't have to be famous. I don't have to, drive the latest and the greatest. I can
Right.
just be me and I can still make an impact. So that's what drives me. Like I just really just want to make an impact. I love New York. I love my city. I be ready to fight when people call it. I mean, yes, it is dirty, but you better not say it. Mind your business. Don't go. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know that's
watch
right.
yourself when they talk about the rats and all that. And I'm like, yeah,
Right.
it's a condensed. It's a lot of people in a condensed space. What do you think
Mm.
is going to happen?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
got mountain lions and possums and raccoons and all kind of other stuff out here coming up in your yard hanging out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I love my city. I love where I'm from, and it's always been a vision of mine to go back and give and to
Okay.
to make an impact. So yeah.
Okay. And of course, like I said, me and her have had conversations, so I knew that part already.
Yeah.
I knew that she
Yeah.
loves her city and she wants to make an impact in her city. But she said what
And
really drives her is the love that her mom. That's what's up. I think I kind of related it to my mom as well, my family and how I grew up. Is because what's up? What's up? How you doing? Let me give a shout out to some of these people in the con because I got some new people coming in. Hey, Tammy. How are you, First Lady Tammy? Um, I rock with First Lady Tammy because she has the same name my mom does. So I rock with you already. And me and her have had a great conversation. You guys can see that conversation on my YouTube channel. I think it was necessary. I appreciate her and I love how her energy is so cool. Like she has a really cool energy, and I love that. So shout out to Miss First Lady Tammy, and then we got Mr. 100 Watts. What's happening? How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? I like what you got going on. I was on a panel with your father. I did not know that was your daddy. I was like, wait, what? That's your son? Okay. We was on shout out to Over the Top WME. Um we was on the panel. I was on the panel with your father. That was interesting. He has an interesting point of view. Um yeah, shout out to Knowledge Relationships. And guys, get the likes up. You heard my bro say it. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. Okay. And you heard 100 watts. Hit the like.
that's right. Hit
Okay.
it.
Hit
Hit
the
it.
like button. You hit what my family is saying. Okay. All right. So I mentioned as well as my mom because I think what I loved about the fact that I love the fact that my mom tried to keep us as balanced as possible while we lived in Chicago area, because like I said, the particular area we grew up in wasn't the best. If you listen to Chicago news, you heard of South Shore neighborhood, even if you don't live in it. So
Mm,
it's that's how bad at one point it was, really bad. I don't watch the news now, so I don't know if it's still that bad. But what I do know is that they're building that neighborhood up. So South Shore does not look the same anymore.
mm,
It's looking different, and they're building it, and for the first time in years, no, ever, I'm seeing white people ride bikes. So I'm talking about in my neighborhood, of course, but I've seen white people ride bikes. But what I'm saying is like that, the neighborhood is changing, but the fact that my mama has family who was there for her, I absolutely positively appreciate that, and love the fact that she has that, and she had that while we were growing up. um and so seeing how she handled things is to drive, like, if my mom could go hard with the situation she had to deal with, I could go hard too, because I am my mother's child, period. Okay. So yeah. If you want to, like, miss while I got you real quick, I would love for you to be able to tell the people. I would love, why I got you, because me and you gonna work together. We always hitting that over there, knowledge and relationships. Let me say it on my platform. Me and Miss Queen got some things that we work. I can't listen. I cannot stress this enough. Me and her have a passion for our cities, and you see
mhm.
my channel, right? And I just mentioned how I will work with other people if I see that it is possible that we could contribute to my city. Now, one of the things that Chicago and New York has outside of pizza, don't say nothing. One of the things that one of the things that Chicago and New York has in common is that we are trailblazers. I gotta say that
Mm.
New York has definitely created things for America that, listen, that people are benefiting today from. I'm binge watching Wu Tang Clan TV show now, and where do you think they from?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Okay, listen. Chicago and New York have some similarities. We have to deal with rats too. I don't think we just not as compact as New York is. We not as compact. We have areas of spaces and stuff, but um okay, shout out. He put his area code in there. Yours is 757. Okay, we 773 over here, baby. So
We
I just,
114.
you would say it again.
We 114.
114. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to start listening to area codes by Ludacris again, so I can know me these area codes, right? See if I hear that 114 and that 757. But what I would love for you is to talk about a little bit about your city. And you mentioned your mom and how she drives you. What is it about New York in particular that makes you want to give back to it? Because like I said, I love my city because um it's we really are trailblazers, and we make moves. We make things happen. We are go-getters. We go hard, right? So what is it about New York that makes you say, listen, I'm going hard for mine? What is it?
We well, we a city that never sleeps.
Mm,
No matter what time of day, you can go and do something. You can get a 3-course meal at 4 o'clock in the morning. We are a city that does not sleep.
3-course meal?
Yes, you can get caviar depending on where you at. You can see a movie. It don't sleep. It never stops rocking.
Wow. I
You
gotta
know,
I gotta say Chicago goes to sleep.
nah, New York, we don't we rock, we rock.
Mm,
And it's so much talent, it's so many trends, it's so many things that were birthed out of New York, you
yeah.
know. Um I just love our hustle.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you grind. Like that's what I'm known for, even out here. Like people know me. I mean, it's a joke. It's like don't give Queen something to do because she gonna take it and she gonna grind it and she gonna run. Like for instance, I had a friend who was doing music
Uh-huh.
and she had put out a little it was like 3 songs,
Mm-hmm.
little CD. She was having a hard time selling them.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little, not as aggressive as me. So I said, look, meet me where I live. And
Mm-hmm.
we live in different cities or, it's New York is called a borough, but out here it's like
Right.
a city. So I said, meet me. I'm off and I got you. Bring a boom box, bring
Mm-hmm.
some radio, bring some batteries and we good. And bring all your CDs. She had 2 boxes. She
Mm,
had about 100. I think no, she had about 60 CDs. I said, bring them because you ain't going home with none. She was like, no, you don't understand. I said, look, you don't understand me.
mm,
This is how I get down, right?
mm,
So we hit up barbershops, beauty salons, beauty supply stores. I mean, we were going into like bars and just walking up, and they was like, so, and we went in a few barbershops, and older guys were like, I don't want to hear CD, I want to hear you a cappella. So she was
mm.
like, tell me what you want to hear. And he said some like, I think he said Etta James or some song. It was 10 people in that barbershop. They all bought 2 CDs.
I had a question.
What?
You ever thought about being a manager at that point? Is that a time you was thinking about it?
I have a friend who tells me entrepreneur I have an entrepreneurial mind.
Oh, you do? Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh? I
Like
can't
I can
say
come
that.
up, I have concepts even for my great niece. Like
Mm-hmm.
my daughter, my niece, her daughter I mean, she's older now, but she was brilliant as a little kid. And she had a raspy voice. She was
Mm-hmm.
speaking Spanish and she was like 5 years old. So I told my niece, I said, you need to put her on YouTube and do like, you know, I'm not gonna say her name. Let's just say her name was Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah's suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
And do like a little day where she could talk about what she learned in school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said now she can tutor, but her daughter is 14 now. She's in ROTC and she works at a veterinarian hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So she ain't got time to do nothing else. But
Yeah.
I have ideas for everything. Like I see and I also have like I would say a stage production. Like I have when I hear a song, I see lighting, I see costumes, I see stage, and I see movement
Yeah.
all in one.
Mm. That's
So
that's one of those things where I think that's of course that's a creative mind, right? But also I think that's definitely great for people who, right? All right, okay. But that's also for people like I said that sees a certain vision. So the management idea and the entrepreneur idea definitely makes sense. So do you said that your friend said it. Do you have any plans of doing some entrepreneur things? You don't have to
um
expand on them now if you don't want to, because I
well
understand
I
doing certain
am
things for yourself.
I'm doing I have quite a few things under wraps. I'm very crafty.
Yeah.
So that's my self-care. Like I make cards and I'll send you some pictures, but I love sitting down and creating. Like when I'm in that space, I don't, it takes me a hard time to get there, but when I'm there, I can sit there for hours.
You
I'm
gone.
making rugs out of yarn. I'm making rugs out of old t-shirts. Like
Mhm.
I got all kind of stuff going on. And I have a second bedroom and it's like all my crafts is like separated in that room. Like don't bring it out of that room. But
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, I have a few inventions I thought about,
Right.
but I just, because my mind is always going, and then I'm like always thinking of poems too. I write poems. So if I don't have the a piece of paper, I'm writing on receipts. I'm writing on napkins. So I got
You
all
sound like
kind of
a
stuff.
rapper right now, because that's what
I have
rappers do.
I have all kind of stuff going on in my head
Okay.
at once. So I think I haven't really
Mm,
honed in on anything right now. But the
right.
one thing I do want to do is provide a creative space for other people to shine.
Okay.
And I think that's why I'm passionate about the nonprofit work and working with youth in a community.
Yeah.
Um, because that was my mother. My mother didn't read music, but she could listen to a song and in like 5 minutes she's playing it on a piano,
Okay.
freestyle, so that's where I learned it from. I learned
Hmm.
it from her. And my dad he wasn't formally trained, but he could build anything, you know. I told one story for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to get me a Barbie dream house.
Hmm.
And because I knew I was getting some Barbie dolls and her friends, and I needed a place for them to live, but he bought me a Barbie home and office. And I told him that my Barbie dolls don't share a room and they can't be homeless. So he needed to take that back to the store and go get us a house to live in.
Oh my
And
goodness. I heard this
so
story before. That's why I was waiting for that part.
so he
That
so
is
he
still funny.
so he built me a 3-story townhouse with an
Man.
elevator,
Oh
so
my goodness. That
yeah.
is funny. Listen, now that I said manager, um, that's what managers do. They negotiate. That's
Mm,
what you did.
that's
Even
right.
that's natural for you. So listen, hey, check this out. If I can't find one when it's my time,
I got you.
can I call you?
I got you. And I got a stylist.
Uh,
My
can I
sister.
can I call you?
I got you. I
All
got
right.
you.
Because I plan to come to New York, and I know that's not where you are right now, but that's honestly, that's my spirit home where you are
Soon,
right now.
soon,
That's my
soon,
spirit
soon
home.
come. Soon come. I can't get
Okay.
there quick enough, girl.
Okay.
I'm just waiting
Okay.
for I'm waiting for something to go through.
I
There's
know.
two things that hold me back. And once it's done, I will leave everything. I won't even pack no clothes. I just
What?
pack my backpack with my vital documents and be out. I
Okay.
don't need nothing from out here.
Okay. All right, listen. That's all I gotta
I'm
say,
done.
because you are a grinder and we have the same passion. So if we can, you know what I mean? We'll
That's
talk
right.
later. You know how we
Yeah,
talk.
we
Eh,
got you. I
You
got
know
you.
how we talk. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you down. But I'm so glad that you called in. Thank you for
Yes,
supporting me.
yes.
I
All right.
appreciate you supporting me. You guys go follow Knowledge and Relationships. That's where
That's
my
right.
girl is at. She's over at Knowledge and Relationships. Shout out to the rest of the team. Mr.
Yes,
The best in the world. M3, Tammy. You saw some of them come in here because I
that's
rock
right.
with them. I love them. I go over there and even if I don't came up, I'm in the chat like, how y'all doing, fam? So it's
You know who hit me up and was like, sent me the link, Mr. Best in
oh,
the World 84. And I was like, oh, she on, let me go look. And I was like, so I sent you a message on Instagram. I was like, where's the link? And then I called him and he was like, I'm gonna send you the link. That's why I
he
came through.
oh my,
He go hard, man. He
he
go hard.
does,
He
boy.
on everybody page. I don't understand.
Man, I don't
I don't
listen.
understand. I
He
don't
is
understand.
he go, man. That's why I
Very
just got my
supportive.
head because he do me the same way.
Yes.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Best in the World. Let me put his comment back up there real quick. Just to show you guys that this guy really is Mr. Best in the World. Okay? Mr. Best in the World. 84.
That's right. All
Thanks.
righty. You have a good night, Sheree. And
You
I'll
as
see you in
well.
it. We'll hit each other up soon and talk about this first video we're gonna do.
Okay.
Cause I gotta make some. I got man. I got so much.
Yeah.
So much. I'm giving myself a headache. I'm so excited.
Oh
Like
wow.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta hit some people up and get some things confirmed, and then we'll
Okay.
go from there.
All right. Cool. I
All right,
love
you
it.
have a good night.
You as well. Appreciate it. All right, you guys. Listen, I'm not done. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Listen, me and Queen got some things planned, and when it pop off, it's gonna pop off. And you know what's so funny? There's two particular cities that I really like and love. Two particular cities. I see you. I see you backstage. I'm gonna bring you up too. I'm not saying because I got to do a real intro for him. Okay, that's my guy. Anyway, what there's two particular cities that I always felt like that like created me, which is funny because I remember when I was doing Lyft, I was driving Lyft, right? And I would get these passengers, and my passengers would come in and they would ask me if I was from New York. I'm like, no. What you sound like you have a New York accent. I said, I think it's just a mixture of the Chicago and the Kentucky accent together, because I stayed in Kentucky for a few years in my toddler years. I was down in Kentucky from age 2 to 6, and those are the years that you learn how to talk. So I think coming back to Chicago kind of mixed some kind of, and for some reason it created New York. Now, I don't know if it's because I listen to New York hip hop, because I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. Okay. I just told y'all I'm watching Wu-Tang Clan's show. Listen, I love New York music. I do. When it comes to New York, I used to rap. I used to, and when I rapped, New York music, New York hip hop, the originators of hip hop had me going. Of course, you gotta listen to the originators. If you're gonna do something in this world, you gotta go to its roots and understands its roots. And the roots of New York of hip hop is New York. So hey, that's just what it is. And another city that I loved and I operate through is Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta. I'm a huge Ti fan. Okay, I am huge fan of Ti fan. We can say Ti's name. Why? Because he did not get convicted. That's not. I don't think. I don't be honest, you guys. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did it. I think somebody probably got mad. That's just my opinion. It could be some truth to it. If it is, Lord, I will be so disappointed, and I will be pissed if it's true. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Ti Tiny Case. It'll pop up. Anyway, you guys gonna have to give a warm welcome. Okay. Now I mentioned this channel a few times, right? And I gave a shout out to Tammy, Miss First Lady Tammy. I don't want to say her whole name, Miss First Lady Tammy, because I'm pretty sure she put First Lady there for a reason. So I'm gonna give her some respect. First Lady Tammy. I gave some love to Mr. Best in the World 84. And you guys just heard from Queen, right? Now, I gotta show love to the man that we get to see every single time we log in and pay attention to the channel. This guy gives me love every single time. Like my people over there at that channel, like I told y'all before, they some dope people. And it's even more, it may be something about New York. I don't know what it is. Because shout out to King. I love King. I don't know what it is about King I love. No, I know what it is about King I love. I lied. I love King. Shout out to King, okay? But listen, I'm going to tell y'all right here, right now, okay? This guy, I'm going to need y'all to give a round of applause to. Mr. M3 from Knowledge and Relationships. How are you doing, M3?
I'm doing pretty good, charaebarnes. I'm out here struggle streaming, but I just came here to show you some love as always.
I appreciate it. I really do. You always make sure you show me some love, and I appreciate the love. I don't know where you at, but it sounds like you got some little people there.
Yeah, I'm over at a friend's house, and there's
Hmm.
like a lot of noise going in the background. So I'll make sure I mute my mic every.
Yeah, show some
Little
respect
the
to the
children
little
run around.
ones. Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit to the little ones. Yeah. Okay, show some respect to the little ones. But yeah. So, real quick question then, if you could
Hmm.
just go ahead and answer the question. I know you called in because you want to give a shout out. You got some noise in the background, so
Yes.
I understand you wanted to just show me love, and I appreciate that. But real quick, if you could just let me know what drives you to do what you do. What is it?
What drives me? Okay, it's quiet now. What drives me to do what I do
Mm-hmm.
is just basically like for the love of the people. You
Okay.
know, I always just want to like just I don't know level up, just do something new and make a change for somebody. When
Okay.
we started, well, when I started Knowledge Relationships, before we even had the whole crew involved,
Mm-hmm.
I was just making like little solo clips, videos, and just trying to inspire somebody
Yeah,
because everybody has a voice, but when they feel like they're not heard, somebody's got to be bold enough to say it, you
that's true.
know, without the fear of consequence. And then once I was at a point where I was at an all time low, the people, I guess like who I've been there, for their lives, came through for me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how knowledge relationships as a team, formulate. People got my back just as much as I have their back,
Yeah.
and so at that point, I want to make sure that we build as a community to really reach out to other people, but
Mm-hmm.
also mainly reach out to like our own culture and help build them up.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what drives me the most.
I like that. So so pretty much you're about community like I am. See this is why I rock with people at knowledge and relationships. See, I knew there was a reason why we just naturally connected. I knew there was a reason because the people are important, right? They would keep the world going around. It's so important to pay attention to people. And because at the end of the day, you have to continue to communicate with people. People getting together is why we here, okay? Mm, just put that out there. It's the truth,
Yeah.
So thank you M3 for answering your question, giving your insight, and thank you for keep doing what you're doing and giving people the opportunity to communicate. And shout out to your team that you naturally built together. Okay, I love it. I love it over there at Knowledge and Relationships. So yeah.
Likewise too. I always love just being part of the platform, just joining in, and
Hmm.
especially like our last convo when you had like your radio voice on too. So yeah, it's definitely cool. Like I see you doing big things as always, and that's what I like about your channel.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I contact Mr. Eddie Long if he's watching this. And he just
Oh,
knows.
Eddie King, DJ Eddie King.
I'm
King is his
sorry.
last name. Oh, you good? You good, sis? You good?
No, because I know who Eddie Long is. If you remember who Eddie Long is, right?
It doesn't ring a bell for now.
All
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say is I'm gonna say one word, and if it clicks, it clicks. If it don't, it don't. Church. Now, what I you got it right? Okay. All
Ooh,
right. Now what I'm saying, what I'm gonna say is this. Shout out to Eddie King. I definitely hit him up. I'm trying to find where the hell is it? No, I did hit him up. I what I did was I follow him. He just ain't accepted my my request chat on IG. He got his channel, his not his channel. Look at me being all YouTubey. But he didn't accept my request on IG yet. So Mr. Eddie King, if you see this before you see my request, please, sir, accept it. Okay? So we can communicate. Okay? All right. Okay. Now,
Oh, he definitely will. He definitely will.
yeah.
Right now, like he's under the weather, but once he's
Oh,
back in shape, and he'll be back on.
okay. Okay, so check this out then. That's probably why this man ain't. Um, I didn't know that. So, oh, he accepted it. Ah,
Oh,
never
see,
mind.
there you go.
I'm about to hit him up. Oh, let's see.
It's like, take that. I want to accept it right now.
Okay. Now, Dag, what is going on? How did I end up getting? You know what? I got my first bot, y'all. See, this is why certain names I
Oh,
do not say on my channel, okay? And it's probably because I said his name. Now, I met Eddie King. I apologize, bot. That's all I'm gonna say. I apologize. I I really, really do. I
man, these
really
bots
do.
be everywhere.
Man, listen. So, cause there's certain things that I'm trying to treat my channel like it's worth $1 million before it gets there, right? So, just we got to make sure we smart when it comes to these terms. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Knowledge and Relationships? You get it, M3.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So, thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. I thank you for being here. For sure. When the next time you guys go subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships as well. When the next time you guys going live?
In 28 minutes.
Oh,
Well, see, it's a special. Like we're going live, but we're actually having a presentation for two really good special gentlemen, and you know them
okay,
too.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Rico and Arshawn.
Oh, okay. Is it a premiere or they doing this live? Is it actually live or is it a premiere?
No, it's going to be live.
It's gonna be like, okay, cool. So I'm go over there because I don't see myself continuing this live too much longer anyway. So I'm gonna go over there. All of the people that's over here checking me out, go to Knowledge and Relationships in 28 minutes, maybe 27. I think a minute has passed. So go check it out. That's where I'm gonna be. So hey.
Hey, I appreciate it, sis. And
No
I
problem.
think later they'll be open for people that might want to tune in. So I'm not going to give much away. Just
Okay.
tune in, find out, and you will
Okay.
be entertained.
Mm. All right, I'm interested. So, and like I said, this Sunday live vibes that I started. I told you why I told you last time why I didn't do it last Sunday, but I'm trying to talk to Mr. Eddie King so I can try to do it this Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm about to message him as soon as I end this live. So yeah. All right, thank
I
you,
understand.
M3. Yeah, of course. Thanks, M3.
Hey, all good. All
All
right,
right,
one love, sis.
peace. All right, look. I'm going to give a shout out to this person. Definitely. Listen, Miss Over the Top WME has came here to my channel. Now, I've been to her channel a few times. She's had me on. I just co-hosted a live with her. I think that was it yesterday? Or the day before? I think it was yesterday. And listen, we had a great time over there. I don't mind that you're late. I'm glad that you're here. So give a shout out just for being here. Okay? You get love just for being here. Listen, you never have to apologize for being here. Being late. Okay? Because the love I have for you, Miss Colette, is amazing. Like, you're one of those people that got my love automatically when I saw you on a different panel. I didn't even see your channel. I just heard you had a channel and I went over there and I immediately subscribed. Why? So it was yesterday. Yes, it was. Yeah, and it was amazing. So, what I'm saying is, you have a similar mission that I have. So mine is the community at large. Yours is the roots of the community. You know, this is how I feel. How I feel about the root of the community is that we need to bring back strong, dynamic families, because that's the first community that anybody sees before they go to daycare, before they go to school, before they go to karate class, whatever they get themselves involved in, school, whatever. The first community is their home. And you promote marriage and you talk about marriage. So over the top WME, and anybody who's wondering what WME stands for, it stands for wife, mother, entrepreneur. Okay. And as a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur, you get love and respect over here at the Charaebchicago channel. Listen, I got you. If I'm going, hey, you can come. Listen, we may just collab on my channel one day, okay? Because I may just have to do a special thing just relating just to relationships one day. Because you know I talk about community and how people can help it, right? So listen, I'm rocking with Miss Colette. I love Miss Colette, okay? Because she is a beautiful spirit. I see it. I see it. Okay? Now, y'all go ahead and go subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to the channel. Okay? I did a reaction video not too long ago as well, you guys. So if you want to see a little bit of what they talk about over there on her channel, go ahead and subscribe and check out the reaction video I did here on my page. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I think it's about time for me to go. Okay. I'm going over there to knowledge and relationships. So if you want to come with me over there about knowledge and relationships, listen, girl, it was so funny. Oh yeah, y'all gotta watch that one, okay? Y'all gotta watch that one. The conversation was really good. Listen, it was really, really good. Okay? It was good. Really good. I think it was absolutely necessary. Okay? It was. I loved what a lot of people had to say. She said I kept correct. Listen, I had to do what I had. You gave me the title. Yeah, you gave me the title of co-host, and I when people give me a job, I take care of my job. I take it seriously. You give me a title, I have a job, I'm gonna do my job. Period. And you gave me title of co-host, and I was like, let me find my footing. I had to find my footing at first because I really wasn't saying anything, but I started to say certain stuff later. But yeah, it's really, oh, Chicago Kid is back. Okay. So but now I gotta bring Chicago Kid up here. Okay, Chicago Kid, give me you says I said it right, Colette. Oh, I did. Boy, he kept saying, listen, I don't know what it is. Well, I don't know if people realize, like, my name is Charae, and people be correct, like, pronouncing it wrong. CH is a sh sound, and RAE is right. So where is all these people getting these different names? Like, why are you pronouncing my name wrong? I'm confused. CH is sh is the sh sounds, right? So you got a sh and RAE. My mother spelled my name phonetically correct, you guys. Like, can you guys please just pronounce it right? It's Sheree. One time somebody called me Cherry. I said, what? What? Where do you come from? Now, hey, Chicago Kid, really quick. I probably do. Okay, I probably do. Chicago Kid, real quick. I see you in the background. And you guys hold on one particular second. Sis, this is a one-woman show. So you guys give me one hot second. I'll be right back. Let's just give you guys a hint. Okay? And this is what I'm you gotta stay natural. All right. So give me 1 second. Why did he leave? Chicago kid, why you leave me? I said I was gonna be right back. Why did you leave me? You left me. I thought you was gonna stay. I thought you was gonna stay. You don't appreciate me. No. You know. I thought you was gonna stay. You did me. I was gonna say something real ignorant. I'm not even gonna be that ignorant, y'all. I'm not even gonna be that ignorant. Right? Okay. And I could have played a little music for y'all. I was bogus. I'm so sorry. But you know what? The only music that I have is music that would get flagged. Or do I? Wait a minute. You know what? I got a beat. So y'all tell me real quick. Would y'all like this particular sound to exist when I have to be natural? Well, that's what we're gonna say, right? When I have to be natural. When I have to be natural, would you guys like this sound played? Just and then I put in being natural, be right back. Look, I'm creating the show as we go along, right? It's gonna say being natural, be right back. And then I play that song, because it's a loop. It's a loop, right? And now the other songs that I have will be flagged, right? One of the songs I have is just to let y'all know, I'm not gonna let y'all know all of them, but yeah. One of the songs is what is it? Me, Myself, and I by De La Soul. Now I can't play that, y'all, because the minute, okay, even that instrumental that I just played is actually from a popular Caribbean song. I just don't believe it would get flagged. The reason why I say that is because it's an instrumental and I created that. It's actually a small piece of the song and I cut it, chopped it, and put it in a loop. I created that loop. Okay? So since I created that loop, I don't believe since I reinvented it, I don't believe that it would necessarily get flagged. So I don't mind playing that one. You funny. You're funny for that. Okay? You're funny. But I think this would be fun, right? We be in here like this, right? And I get to see all the people dirty wine. That's a Caribbean song, you guys. Shout out to my homegirl Ela. All right, I created that with Ela. I mean, not with Ela, but with Ela in mind. What it is she actually has she has classes where she does dances for people. It's a workout and a dance at the same time. So you're dancing and working out at the same time to soca music, Caribbean music, and she calls it so cardio. So shout out to Miss Ela. Okay, you guys, if you follow me on IG, you've seen it. I promote her stuff all the time. Go ahead in the Chicago area. You got a girlfriend, you're a woman yourself, you got a sister, an auntie, a cousin. Go ahead, check out Miss Ela. I should probably put a name in the comments because how to spell her name is important. So check out Miss Ela and be able, you guys, check out. I I went over there and hey, we was having a good time, okay? I was dancing my butt off. Look, I burned some calories that day. Some calories got burnt. I don't know about anybody else's calories, but my calories were getting burnt. Okay? So you guys yeah, go follow my girl. That's her IG name right there. So she promotes it all the time. So you guys will go find out about it. Shout out to the studio that gave her that opportunity as well. Hopefully, you know, things will pan out the way I need it to. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Okay, because I was staying because of Chicago kid, but he left me. All right, I don't know why. You know, he's like the. I'm trying not to say nothing ignorant. I'm trying not to say nothing ignorant. Really quick, what does the dating scene look like out there in Chicago? Interesting. You have to have patience. I think you have to have patience with dating, period. Um, for some people, it's scary. I'm gonna leave this up here. I'm answering her question. Um, I love who I am, and so I stick to that. And yeah, I stick to that. I have no choice but to. So it's interesting. A lot of people like to complain, but I'm not gonna complain because you know what I believe in, Miss Colette. We create our own universe. So I'm creating a universe that it's interesting because um I'm different than when I was when I put myself out there before. When I put myself out there before, boy, now that I'm putting myself out there again, and I mean in the sense of, intentionally dating, right? Now that I put myself out there again, because I had to reel myself back because I realized that maybe I wasn't ready. Now that I'm ready, it's better. And I say interesting because I'm learning. So yeah, it's better. Dating, it's better. Okay. But yeah, thank you. I'm about to go over there, y'all. I told y'all I'm going over there to knowledge and relationships. So you're either gonna come or you're not. I suggest you do though. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Fellow Chicagoan, same age I am. So we probably got similar stories. He from the South Side though. Do you think you listen over the top? I told you if we go we listen. I know you came late. Okay? I know you came late. And because I love you, I'm gonna answer this last question. But after this question, you and I are just gonna do something on my channel, okay? That's it. All right? All right. Now I say that respectfully and I say it with love. Do you think you might have to move to find? No. Nah. No. Absolutely not. I won't have to move. I'm fine. I think when people I live in a major city. I live in a major city. A huge major city. Okay? I do. And there's a ton of people here. If I want to, if I'm on the south side, if I want to relocate, I just go to the north side. Okay. Ask him. He'll tell you how big Chicago is. Where am I? For what? Chicago is huge. It is huge. It is huge. It's okay. You came late, so I know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from, so it's okay. We'll do something together, and we'll talk about relationships together, okay? Because I just like you said, I love you too. I love you too. So we're gonna do something together. Right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, you change your universe. Now, I personally, I've had good candidates, period. Now, whether I was ready or they was ready is one thing. I think it's only been once or twice, and this is just any encounter, not non, I'm trying not to say a particular word because I don't want another bite, but non funny business. What I'm saying is, what I am saying is, I've meet great people, dope people all the time. I do. And to be completely honest, I ain't even gonna say all that. Let's just say that things are great. I have no complaints. I'm just saying it's interesting because I'm growing because I'm different and I've matured more into myself. Dating is interesting for that because I'm still learning, and at the same time it is beautiful. Listen, when women try to say they can't find one, I'll be like, how, sis? How? It is great out here. Anytime I say something about dating and why I'm single, I go to me first. Always. Me first. Okay? Now, I'm getting up out of here, y'all. I'm about to go to knowledge and relationships. I appreciate you all rocking with me. Hopefully next time Chicago Kid gets to come in and call in because he called in twice. So another time I'm live and I'm possibly talking about a few things, he'll get to go ahead and call in. So and I get to talk to him because he called in twice. And I wish I had the opportunity to actually talk to him. So yeah, but thank you guys. I love y'all. You already know. Hey, you just everybody coming in late. But I love it though. I love it though. Hey, let me make sure I say his name right. Because everybody calls his name the wrong thing. So I'm gonna say it publicly the right way. Okay? Shout out to Crew Season. I'm gonna say it the right way. Darrell. Hi, Darrell. Uncut with Darrell Long. How are you, Darrell? Thank you for coming over here and showing your girl charaebarnes some love. I appreciate it. Gotta give people love when I can. But I'm getting up out of here. But I guess it's the same thing because I came to one of your lives all late too, Darrell. I did. But I'm getting up out of here. Maybe this should be my outro song. And I appreciate y'all. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in with your girl charaebarnes. He was all about the neighborhood. And if you like this kind of content where we talk about the community, we try to better the community and the people who are trying to make it better. Highlight the people that are trying to make it better or contribute to it. This is where you want to be. So let me remind you guys to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw, heard, and all of the good, beautiful things in the world. Okay? And hit the notification bell so you can find out when I'm going live again or I'm putting out a video. Okay? And also, I want to thank you all for watching. It's your girl, Sheree, and I'm gone. Hey.